Hello, my lovely people. Welcome to my channel. It's Josephine Mbuto Alexandro. This is my channel. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning to my channel. I really appreciate you so much. Guys, please subscribe to my channel so that anytime whenever I'm uploading a video, you got a notification so that you not miss anything. Thank you very much. I've been seeing people subscribing. Guys, thank you again. I really appreciate you so much. I love you. Guys, I cannot be here without you. You really mean a lot to me. That's why I'm keep on saying I love you, because you have been doing wonders in my life. It's something which I have to appreciate. Guys, in today's video, I just want to share something a bit sensitive to some people, maybe. But to me, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Okay, it's just a mark which I'm having, which I have just to accept. Whether I like it or not, it's something which I cannot change. So I have just to live with it. Guys, as you have been seeing me since my day one here on YouTube, you have been seeing this face. This is the person that you have been seeing, and I remember there's even a person who make a comment the other time, like, no, you with your ugly eyes. I just laugh, like, and he was like, no, you are looking for attention. I was like, wow. I remember I replied him like, thank you. Because for someone who just want to say something, it's really easy to tell. It's really easy to talk. Just talking what you want to someone's video, or just saying whatever you want to say to someone's life without knowing how does it feel for that person, that specific person, to be like that. Whether does also that person want also to be like that or not. You know, guys, since when I was just growing, or since when I was just young, this is how I found myself having a small ears than the other one. This one is bigger than this one. And first of all, there was not even a time that I tend to ask my mother, like, what happened to me. But I remember when I was growing, there was one of my cousins had been telling me, yeah, the reason why one of your eyes is like this because your mother, when was pregnant, she was hiding her pregnancy and she used to tie her pregnant. You know, just someone saying something. I think this person wanted me to hate my mother. You know, my mother, when she was, imagine my mother got me while she was working already. Okay, she was not married, but she was engaged to my father. With a ring which I even saw. I think my mother even kept that ring. They were engaged. By that time, she was already a teacher. Because when I was born, my mother was still a teacher and my dad was also a teacher. So she was like, no, the reason why you are having a small ear than the other one is just because your mother was hiding the pregnancy, and she had been tying when she gave birth. So it's like maybe she had been just tying on one side, guys. I was like, you know, as a child, you have just to hear whatever. You know, I didn't hear any comment, and we're just like she was feeling pity of me being like this. Okay, I never tend to ask my mother, but there is one of my auntie who followed my mother. This one, she had been like telling me things since we are too close. She's really my good auntie. I think for my mother not telling me, it's something, you know, there are people who don't tend to share something when they are hateful, or when they don't have like interest. Like, she just kept it like that. Maybe, I don't know whether she still want to share it one day, or she just don't want to talk about what happened to me and something like that. So this auntie of mine, she just told me, no, you know, she's my good auntie. She told me, you know what happened to you. You know, first she just told me, no, when your mother had you, like, I went with her to the hospital, you know, as a sister, just like to go help her. She was still a student. My aunt was still a student. Then she went to go stay with my mother, like at the hospital, when it was time for her to give birth. Then unfortunately, it's like I think that time it was hard for operation, or people, they could not take operation so serious. My mother could not give birth on her own. So what they did, they didn't know how. I think that doctor, she was not that professional of operating people. So my mother stayed for so long waiting to give birth, and it was, I was not just coming. I heard that she was not giving birth on her own. She was not having a space. Herself is like she was still tied, like she didn't have a space. So this doctor, the one who operated my mother, like they struggle to operate my mother, whereby they have to break her, like they try to break her, where when they were trying to remove the baby is when they injure me. It's just some other metal things which they which injure me like this. And my auntie told me, like, when your mother gave birth to you, she really tried her best just to give birth to you, and she was in a difficult state. Like, your mother was on the bed for 2 good months, not moving. She was just tied, whereby she was tied, her legs were tied, she could not move, you know. It was really hard for her. This was just the damage. It was the damage when my mother was giving birth. I was not like this. That's not how God created me. It's something which happened the time of C-section when they were operating my mother. And I think they didn't know, because it can't be operating. And I could really see, like, on my mom's tummy, where they put those stitch, the way how it was really terrible. I remember there was a time when she shows me, like, look, I think it was on our last born. I could really see the mark. She ended up telling me, this is how I was operated with you. She came like, this is how I was operated with your second sister. This is how I was operated with the third one. This is how I operated with the fourth one. And she could really tell me, like, with the first one, it was really terrible. You know, when my auntie told me like this, I was a bit relieved, like, oh, this is how it happened. This is how these people ruled my life, just to be like this. Okay, I don't have a choice. Not either my mother had a choice, because if she could not wanted to help me, she could do something. But it also, for someone laying on the bed for a good 2 months, not moving, it was not easy. So that's why I remember there was a time whereby something happened to me and my mother, the way how she was talking, like, I struggle. I remember her crying, telling me, like, I will do everything for you. I struggle giving birth to you. I struggle with you after giving birth. And because it was like, after my mother gave birth, like, maybe, okay, she struggled. Then after that, maybe after some months, then my dad started getting sick. Then he died, whereby he could not, you know, you were in that situation where you thought your man will be there. So unfortunately, my dad could not stay. He's just gone like that. He had a stroke. I don't know for what reason. If not even my mother, okay, not even my mother telling me, but what I heard from my dad's family is like they had something there in their family. That's why. But what I have to say today is that sometimes we need to appreciate. We have to appreciate. You just, you know, the way how we talk. This is something which I experienced when I was growing. Some people, they will even laugh at you. They can even laugh at you, not knowing what happened to you, not knowing how the person who gave birth to you went through. You know, people just say whatever they say. Imagine my own cousin telling me, you know, mocking. I don't know where she heard about that. Like, no, all that about my mother. And at the end of the day, is someone who still want to be good to you, not knowing, you know, some things. And I still remember there are just some still people who does making fun of it, like your side, yeah. And you'll be like, God, something which you didn't even propose, something which just happened to you and you have just to live with it. You know, I start thinking that there are people who start committing suicide because of how they used to be bullied in public. And I remember there was even a doctor. There was a time, that time I was already having my last born, my firstborn. I think that time my firstborn was just 2 to 3 years. We went to the hospital with mom, and that doctor was like, no, this girl can be still, she can, this lady still can be operated and everything will be fine. And I was scared, guys. I was scared just for operation, like to be operated. That operation, when I just start imagining of operation of the ears, I was like, hey, you should. I don't want that. And I remember my mother asking me, do you want to go for operation? I said no. I just was like, no, mom, I don't want it. Because, you know, as a child, I was not a child, but I was just so scared to go through operation. What if it didn't go well? I was just like, how will I look again if the operation didn't succeed, you know? But still there are people who mock you. Like, imagine, guys, how it feel, you know. And we have people who have been died time of giving birth, something complicated, any complication. These are how it is. Even my aunt was telling me, like, oh, your mother, how she survived it. She said my auntie used to be with me. Imagine, my mother is not moving. Every time my auntie who is now the one who told me, like, she have to take me every time to be feeded, for my mother to feed me. But so she have just to be there, like, holding me for me to, just like, I don't know, just like a god, you know. And they succeeded. By God grace, they succeeded. So what I'm saying is that if there is someone who went through something which just gave you a mark, something which you cannot change, something which you have to live with, you don't need to feel bad. You don't need to question yourself, because I had a lot of questions, and I was like, when I'm questioning myself like this, what about my mother who went through all that? I know she was not happy. I know she could see this mocking when maybe I was young, something that she could not do, you know. Yeah, that's all. So this is how it happened, guys. This is not how I was born. It just something happened when my mother was giving birth to me, like through C-section. They injured me with those things that they were using. It's not like maybe that's how I was supposed to come out. I survived through that time. They injured me, but at least I survived. I'm here today. And my mother also survived, whereby from there she happened to have 3 kids again. See, and my aunt was like, no, I would not even believe that my sister will even have like kids again after you, because of what happened to her with the first C-section. And it was really terrible those days when a person going through that. It's really either a person will come alive or not coming back anymore. So that's how, guys, I just wanted to share with you how this started, and to tell you that there are things which can happen. Things can happen, but it might not let you down. It must not make you not to live because of these things which can happen. And be mocked, you keep on be mocked. You know, it doesn't, people, they will always see themselves proper than you. Yes, for such a reason. But you need to appreciate God for giving you a second chance, like to live again with that. Still, you are fine. I know if that could not happen, I could be proper, but still, I'm fine. That's all that I have to say. Thank you very much, guys, for those who are watching my video. I love you. For those who didn't subscribe yet, please, guys, subscribe to my channel. I know I will share a lot. I will keep on sharing. You know, just a life. A person who just to live once. There's nothing that I fear. There's nothing that I don't want to share. as long as people, they will learn from that, as long as some people want to know more about me, I will. Thank you very much, guys. May God bless you.